Okay. Hi, good afternoon, Joey. My name is Rosh, and I'll be your interviewer for today. How are you?
Good morning, Mr. Rosh. By the way, thank you for having me this consideration for an opportunity for an interview.
All right. Thank you. It'll be my pleasure. So, for my first question, Joey, can you please tell me something about yourself?
Well, as I mentioned, I am Joey Ilag. I'm 46 years old. I recently started my course in the online industry as a trainee of General Virtual Assistant from a training program conducted by the Philippines Department of Information and Communications Technology. I was fortunate enough to meet mentors who taught me the importance of results to clients. Actually, it sparked in me my interest in the online industry, which I believe for me is very timely for everyone in our country, the Philippines, and around the world, given the present pandemic. Inspired by the new skills I gained from the training, I am eager to put what I've learned to use and enter this field, which is actually very completely new, completely to me. I might be a work in progress, but with regards to my personality, I believe mine will be a big asset to your company, not least because of my dedication to whatever work you will give me, but my willingness to go above and beyond what is required, and also my hunger for more learning and developing new skills.
Wow, impressive. Thank you. Well, what can you consider are your strengths, that can help our company?
Well, with regards to my previous works or projects I've made, I have regularly displayed essential strengths throughout, including my ability to work hard to complete any task, a desire and passion to do everything to the highest possible standards, also a desire to work as part of a team to complete difficult tasks, a willingness to learn and develop continuously, an understanding of the importance and openness to change, a positive attitude toward everything I do, and a trustworthy and honest approach to work.
Great. Thank you. Well, how about your weaknesses?
My weakness is that I take on too much at times, and I find it difficult to say no to others. This method hasn't always worked for me because I can't let people down. Even sometimes it would mean I would have to redo or take my course of action. As a result, I put undue pressure on myself to accomplish things for others. But when the time comes, I'm learning to say no. Actually, from a professional standpoint, I believe this will be a strength as I will always work hard for you, be honest at all times, and do everything to the best of my abilities.
All right. Thank you. You mentioned earlier that you have this hunger for learning. So my next question is about that. Do you consider yourself as a lifelong learner? And if there's anything else that you're currently studying at, as you mentioned the DICT training earlier, what else are you studying at the moment?
Yes, I was into continuous learning even those times when information was available only by books and magazines and the likes, but much more, even more today, where I can acquire the information in just a push of a button. And what I love to do with what I'm learning is I want to put it to a test immediately. And if the outcome doesn't satisfy me, I would love to look further and learn even more. At the moment, as I had learned a lot of skill from the said training, I'm seeking opportunities to put them into practice and further improve my capacity to execute them in practical ways a company would need for it, like in social media, management, graphic design, web design, marketing, strategies, and project-based tasks and more.
All right. Thank you. Well, how long have you been a freelancer and what made you decide to become one? I know you mentioned earlier that you're just, starting because you're still learning, you're still under training. Then what made you decide to become a freelancer?
Well, yes, I've been a trainee, the said program. But before that, I had a few computer skills on my own, and seeing that improve, develop further during the training made me decide more to get into freelancing, as it requires a real hustler mentality and whole lot of love for what I do. Before, I used to look for job opportunity just within my vicinity, Since online freelancing offers a worldwide chance of landing a job, I would ask myself why not join this? So given the current situation of pandemics, I believe, and even after this, I would say online freelancing would be the safest job for me as we would not have to interact physically more often, even or more often with others, but more virtually.
All right. Thank you so much. Um, so I am assuming since you're new to this industry, you don't have any clients so far. Is that correct? Or if you do, what kind of work have you done for them? And then if not, what kind of work can you do for me?
Since the training I just finished recently, I'm looking for my very first client, and to have you would be a very big pleasure. As fresh as I am, and also a fast learner and quick to adapt, I believe I would be a relevant addition to your company. Actually, I learned from my training the following: first, the use of basic online tools, basic graphic designs with Canva and Canva Pro, branding, audio and video transcription, CRM, email handling and calendar management, web research, social media presence creation, video editing, website creation, content creation, preparing social media calendar for a campaign. Also, it's post scheduling and documentation, data entry, competitor research, client prospecting and onboarding, chatbot setup and marketing, and also email marketing. Actually, the package, I could be what you want me to be, even short, simple, and specific training and instructions. As I have said, I am a fast learner, self-taught, and quick to adapt.
Wow. Thank you so much. And how about your service specialization? Is there anything else that you can consider as your service specialization, and why did you choose that?
Currently, I'm specializing myself in chatbot setup and automated email marketing as I love to see things moving automatically and precisely, thus lessening any client's physical effort, at least in this field of his business. And also fascinated with the current online and offline tools available. I also love video editing, audio and video transcription as I enjoy working on it even tediously. As more and more users are inclined in viewing motion pictures nowadays rather than still photos, I believe having these features on their social media posts would encourage further engagement.
All right, thank you so much. Well, this project may require you to work for about 30 to 40 hours a week. Is that something that you can do? And also, it will be on a US time zone, so that will mean 12 to 16 hours ahead of your time.
Well, I am available to work at any time. However, flexible work, if available, would be a huge bonus. Before, I usually set one or more of my desktop timers for a relative or friend living in a different time zone so I can call them on time they were convenient. Now, as a would-be client or an employer of mine, I will have to confirm your specific location so I can search for its time zone on my own and set my clock accordingly.
Okay, thank you. Well, do you consider yourself as a team player? Do you work with teams or you prefer working alone?
Well, I found that having minds working on the same project or task was really advantageous. I recognize that being cooperative, open-minded, and focused are vital characteristics of successful team member, and I take satisfaction in possessing them. But if needed, I can work alone, especially in delegated tasks. You can take me wherever you want, and I'll try my best to drive and operate as required.
All right, thank you so much. Well, how about your service fee range for this project? Do you have any figure in mind?
As for now, being a newbie, I can settle for $800 a month for a 30-hour a week job.
All right, great, thank you. How about your long-term goal as a freelancer? You can talk about your specialization, your rates, or your clients.
Well, as a would-be online professional, I would like to seek opportunities for innovations of my own to contribute to improving the online industry, mostly in the Philippines. I would love to see our government and business online services more fully integrated with the local lives of my fellow Filipino. Also, I would love to become a full stack developer and work on a major social media platform. I know that to achieve that goal, I need to fully master both back end and front end development, and I am planning on learning both within the next 3 years by getting direct professional experience and completing various learning modules. I already studied back-end development during the training, and in the next year, I plan on focusing on front-end development so I can become equally skilled in both. Working as a junior front-end development for any company will help me achieve that and set me on the way to becoming a full-stack developer.
Very nice. Thank you. So, how about the job post? I assume you've read the job post, the virtual assistant job description that we posted. So, can you please tell me how you understand the job post that we posted?
Yes. Well, I may not have a background in dentistry, but I think I would qualify as a virtual assistant in the meantime for general administrative tasks. Since training and certificate will be provided, then it will be an opportunity for me to explore more in this new field. And who knows, it may become my new market niche, dentistry. Actually, I would remember my first employment opportunity. I started as an on-the-job trainee, data encoder at first. Since the data I'm encoding were for bookkeeping and accounting purposes, which I didn't have much background in then, turned out to be my additional niche, and I stayed at that establishment for 7 years doing accounting tasks. Unfortunately, I didn't have much financial capacity then to pursue the course up to a professional level. But the basic knowledge and logic remains that I applied mostly with preceding works I'd had. I think I can do the same thing here in this new field.
Wow, great. Thank you. How about you taking negative feedback? Can you please, tell me how you take them?
Well, the truth is, I'm used to it. I would highly appreciate it, especially when it's preceded with a reason why. A line for respectful critic that, when offered with genuine intention and care, will undoubtedly result in a terrific working relationship. For me, it would be an opportunity to learn and see what I can't see for myself alone.
All right. Thank you so much, Joey. I think that would be all. Would there be any other questions for me or about the project?
Well, honestly, do you think I'm lacking in a certain area or skill set or any of the required qualifications for this position? Or
I
with
don't
regard,
think lacking is the term that you should use, because when you apply for a certain job and you believe that you're good at it, um, then that means you're enough. So do not apply on a job position that you feel that your expertise do not fit into that position. So you should always be enough. And if you think that there's more that you need to learn from, then just learn from it. But you should always feel confident that you're enough. Because I can see right now with your resume, you're enough. In fact, you're more than enough. It's just that you just have to find the right job for you, the right position for you. And right now, what we're offering as a virtual assistant, I think you're overqualified, but you have to own it.
well, I really appreciate that. By the way, with regards to the project, are there some challenges people in this role encounter?
Normally, it's the night shift and working with a fast-paced environment. But other than that, nothing else. I don't think you will have a problem with that anyway, because as I can see with your resume, you are well versed with technology and you like finding solutions on your own, so you'll be okay.
I would really love to hear that. So,
All right, anything else?
well, I think that's all. And once again, I thank you for having me this opportunity, and I'm looking forward to working with your company.
All right, thank you so much. um, If you can turn off the recording now, and I'll let you know within 24 to 48 hours from now as to the result of this interview.
Thank you. Have a nice day.